There's an elephant and donkey both on shaky ground, but we got the truth and we gonna shout it loud. From the healthcare to taxes, they can't hide from us. With a wink and a nod, we expose all the fuss. Educating the masses with a smirk on our face, bringing clarity to the headlines in this crazy race. From the White House to your house, we cover it all, putting humor in the facts, we're having a ball. Oh no, America, let's get real and laugh, teaching you the politics with a little bit of sass. Current events and headlines that blow your mind, only on Oh No America you'll find.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. Oh, this is so off center, y'all. There we go. That's a little bit better. Happy Black Friday, y'all. Happy Black Friday. I'm not in the center. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I guess. I don't know. Hang on one second, guys. This is going to drive me crazy for the whole stream. There we go. Better. Ta-da! Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Black Friday, which means you guys are probably at the store right now, not even here listening to me, and that's okay-ish. Let's talk about Black Friday, consumerism, and America. And welcome back once again to Oh No, America. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Kelly, you too. We will be posting the link for that. Wow. Why does everything get so whacked out sometimes in between shows? I don't know. There we go. Now it looks like a regular comment. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, we'll be posting that link on actually that stream from Gen Exercise for the treadmill that you guys can get on special right now at Amazon.com. Not sponsored by Urivo, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I just unveiled the foldable treadmill that I just got for myself. It's small, compact, and there's the treadmill link from one of my fabulous mods. If you guys want to check that out, and it will also be in the comments section of the other stream. But let's talk about MERICA here. And what's going on today and why and how this came about. What is going on? Why do we have Black Friday? What does that mean? Does anybody in the comments section know why we call today Black Friday? Does anybody know? Does anybody know the origin of Black Friday? Wow, Nico, you guys just got your very first Krispy Kreme? If that says hot donuts now, honey, you better go get one of those hot and fresh off the line because they good. And if you sign up for their stuff, they give you like a free dozen on your birthday. Yeah, it's bad. They're very sugary, though. It is very sweet. Like sweetness. Okay? Yeah, just know that. Just know that, Nico. All right, so the origin of Black Friday, guys, is this. This is the weekend during the year that retailers, okay, all of those lovely stores we all love to shop in, it is the weekend that their books go from red, in the red, they're running a deficit, they are losing money, to them being what they call in the black, which means that they now have a profit. And how do they go from being all year in the red to in the black? Well, we've experienced that, right? With all these ridiculous sales that they put on for this weekend, for now it's expanded to a week. Amazon started it on the 21st, right? And it's all this week, and you go to the stores, or you go to Amazon, or you go wherever, and everybody's discounted all of their merchandise. You know, 20, 30, 50% off, sometimes 75% off. And through these enormous, ridiculous sales, retailers and the big, big name stores will go from running a deficit the entire year to having a profit right before the end of their fiscal year. Okay? And it is a ridiculous, horrific tradition that we are programmed to do every single year. Every year. Who in the chat waits for Black Friday to do all of their Christmas shopping? Just put a 1 in the chat. If this is your weekend, you're going to go out and do all your Christmas shopping right now. And you're probably doing most of it on Amazon, and that's okay. Right? If that's your Jim Jam, most people do that, right? Especially now that you can buy pretty much everything that you can get in the store, you can buy it online. But sometimes on Black Friday, to entice people to come into their brick and mortar stores, right? Instead of, this online price is the deal, the in-store price will be the deal, because they want you to come and take away that inventory that they have sitting on their shelves and in their back room out, right? They don't want to have you get it shipped to you from a warehouse that already has 5 million. These stores themselves, even though, like, let's say Best Buy, right? Best Buy is part of a large conglomerate that has stores in every city across the nation. And I don't know if they have them in other countries or not, but yeah. Right. And those Best Buy stores are each individual entities, right? Someone owns that Best Buy store. It's run by corporate, but like a McDonald's franchise, right? They have to sell their inventory. Each McDonald's is in charge of their own inventory, just like each Best Buy is in charge of their own inventory. And they want to sell out of that inventory. They want to say, oh, I got to get you we can get it shipped to you because we ran out. Those are the words they want to say on Black Friday, right? They don't want to have anything left in the store on the shelves. And it already started last weekend, right? A few days ago, my wife went into a Joann's to get some yarn, and she was like, it's way before Black Friday. She was like, it already looks like Black Friday in there. It's just like everything's picked through, just like awful, and people leave a horrific mess during Black Friday. No one is like, kind or delicate with the merchandise that they are, combing through. They just literally, just tearing the store apart, pushing each other out of the way. Sorry, guys, I did cut my finger. It is the magic finger. But yeah, it's fine. I was slicing an onion this morning for breakfast. But yeah. This is something that, has been going on for decades now, this Black Friday. And I remember, I'm old enough, kids, to remember a time before Black Friday. Okay. There was a time back in the 80s and early 90s where there was no Black Friday sale. It did not exist. Okay. People had sales at all the other holidays, on 4th of July, on Memorial Day. And even that grew to be more of a norm as I grew older. Okay. When I was a little kid back in the 70s and 80s, when holidays came around, guess what happened to stores, y'all? When I was a kid, they were closed for the whole day. Like a bank. Banks, they're not open on Sundays. They're never open on Sundays. No one has ever been like, you know what? I want this MFing bank to be open on Sunday. I mean, I think a lot of people would appreciate if their bank was open on Sunday, but they don't do that. And we just all accept that banks are not open on Sundays ever. And if there's a holiday, like, for example, President's Day, the bank is closed. There's no tellers showing up to take your checks on that Monday, on that 3-day weekend. Nope. You got to wait until Tuesday. If you want to hand your check to somebody, you can put it in the ATM, but you can't, go, and they won't process your money that day because they're closed. Apparently their computers are off for the whole 24 hours, right? So when I was a kid and Memorial Day came, or 4th of July or whatever, you couldn't go shopping that morning for hot dogs and hamburger buns and all this stuff, right? You had to do all of that before because the stores were closed. The only places that would be open, guys, would be like gas stations, right? And that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. Okay. But Black Friday is a tradition for a lot of people that go out. They love the rush. They love the competition of trying to grab that PS5 before somebody else, right? Yeah, me too, colorful artists. I remember when my town got our first ATM and everybody called it an ATM machine. Guys, it's an ATM stands for automatic teller machine. It's not an ATM machine. It's just an ATM. Blowing everybody's mind today. People still call it an ATM machine, though. I think I did earlier in this stream. Okay. So let's take a look at this article here from Vox. Let me move that out of my way. Let me pull that up here for you guys. That did not click. There we are. Yes. Allow that. Okay. So let me turn that off. All right. So this article is from today. It's from November 29th at 3:45 a.m. This person was up studying Black Friday from Lavanya Ramanathan and Izzy Ramirez. Okay. So, what you should buy and absolutely not buy during this annual consumer ritual. That's what they're calling this here on Fox, an annual consumer ritual. Okay. That's a nice way to put, like, we are programmed to do this. Okay. Like other animals in the wild have yearly rituals that they do that are for their survival, right? They go and they migrate to their breeding grounds. They migrate so that they can, birth things. They migrate to warmer climates for survival. Human beings in America, we have Black Friday as a ritual right after Thanksgiving. Stuff your face with a ton of food and then wake up hella early the next morning and go spend way more money than you should, right? That's our tradition here. Okay, so since the 1980s, Black Friday has signified the kickoff of the holiday shopping season. Stores offered almost impossible doorbuster deals on TVs and hand blenders. Shoppers rose before dawn to wait in line to get to them. Violence ensued, and the tinsel-covered period when retailers finally operated in the black began in earnest. It's probably for the best then that Black Friday is not what it was even 20 years ago. A movement to recognize its toll on retail workers. I've worked on Black Friday, guys. It is not pretty. People are not nice. A movement to recognize its toll on retail workers eventually convinced several stores to close on Thanksgiving. Target started closing on Thanksgiving because, like, people were so worn out, right? And so workers could be with their families. Instead of stocking for the busy day ahead, holiday shopping has continued to move online. And the thrill of a deep one-day discount has morphed into a numbing, month-long thrum of flash sales, Cyber Monday specials, and member appreciation events. Future Perfect Deputy Editor Izzy Ramirez has reported extensively on the state of American consumerism. From our habit of buying, using, and throwing away literal tons of stuff each year. Okay, let that sink in. Think of all the things that you have bought this year that you have tossed before the end of the year. And I'm not just talking about food. That's a whole other topic. We throw away way too much food. But just think about the things that you've bought, the clothes that you bought that like tore after a few washes, that one thing you bought on TikTok Shop that ended up being total garbage and you sent it back, right? All of that stuff, right? Or to how the quality of the things we're purchasing, from appliances to undergarments, is progressively getting worse. Okay, I caught up with her to talk about why American shopping habits have transformed, what the thrill of high tariffs, the threat, of high tariffs might mean for big ticket goods, and how sales bonanzas like Black Friday are part of a larger effort by retailers to keep us shopping to our own detriment and the planet's. This conversation has been edited for clarity and length. All right. So Lavanya asks, so the quality of our stuff is worse now. Tell me a bit about that as we stare down a period when Americans will be buying a ton. Izzy says, I would like to preface this by saying that everyone thinks I'm anti-shopping. It's not that I'm anti-shopping. I actually love shopping. Materials are fun. Materialism is fun, except for when it's not. I started writing about it because I came across a problem, and the problem was that my brand new bra absolutely sucked. Shouldn't new things be better? Isn't this like the whole promise of capitalism in a way? I really wanted to get a mass production understanding of what's going on and talk a little bit about the decline of repairability and what we can do about it. Because I do think that people want to buy things that make them happy, that last and that fit into their lives. And it sucks when you invest your money and you don't get your money's investment. It's less that companies want to be making worse quality's goods. In the case of my bra, it's more that for the cost of producing something like my bra, you can't do the same thing for the same amount of money. Something has to give. And it's going to be either labor or the quality of the material, and it's usually a little bit of both. Knowing all of that, what's a good way to approach something like Black Friday? There are all sorts of deals, like TVs for $50. With some of these, is it just throwing money out, good money after bad? Is there actually a way for the consumer to be a winner? I have something on my glasses here, guys. Sorry. That's better. I'm going to be a hypocrite with this. I usually think Black Friday is bad, but if Trump does enact tariffs, which he's promised to do, then maybe Black Friday might be good for larger purchases, such as washing machines, dishwashers, and other major appliances, because tariffs would create conditions for those globalized objects where you need parts from a billion different places to become way, way, way more expensive. And if they don't become more expensive, those are going to be the very objects that become way worse very, very rapidly. That's bad advice for most circumstances. There's a lot of science and psychology behind buying things. On Black Friday, you feel like you don't have time. It's entirely a lie because they run these same sales regularly. If you know anything about Black Friday, they do the same sales every year. It's not like that sale's never going to happen again, or the Sephora sale. It really grinds my gears when I see people posting Sephora hauls like they're never going to do that for the members again. They do 2 or 3 times a year. It's the scarcity mindset. This is the psychology behind this, guys, because they have spent the retailers, the big box companies have spent more money on the psychology of shopping and how to program us to buy than anything else. They haven't invested that much money in the quality of their goods. You have also written about hauls. We are shopping differently now. We shop online. It's become that much easier to get things from all over the world. If I had to guess, I'd say there's a lot more brands too, direct to consumer sellers of things like jewelry. What's happening to shopping itself? Hauls are when people buy 10 or 15 or 20 different items in one go and usually parade them around on social media. They're buying things from places like Amazon, Temu, Shein, Abercrombie, and Fitch. The thing about haul culture is that it also creates the mindset around scarcity. Like, ooh, you need this. It normalizes mass consumption and buying a lot all at once and regularly. And that it is regular practice to spend that much money. And if you're not spending that much money, then you're going to be spending at places like Shein that have $1 t-shirts, and that normalizes a dangerously low price for workers and the planet. A lot of the things you're describing feel like new behaviors. There's also a thing happening in our shopping ecosystem and in our consumer culture around demand for the new, for newness at all times. Yes. And I think that so much of that is driven by the normalization of excitement around buying. Dopamine shopping, wanting to feel something. So much of it is social media. And so much of it is the scale of globalization and all these new players that are in the market. Sorry, guys, 1 second here. It's just a whole other level of consumer deception too. This false sense of urgency from companies. Yes, there is the demand, but it is also companies knowing that they could take advantage of us like this. It's like our bros, the snake that's eating itself. It's never going to end if we don't make a conscious choice of saying no. Okay. Now, this is very important, guys, because this goes to, like, why does it keep...
There's an elephant, I keep both on shaking.
I hit the wrong button, guys. But this goes to, like, why it keeps happening. It keeps happening. We keep having all this stuff because consumerism, buy now, get more, have more, be new, have new, right, is programmed into us at every single corner. Every single ad we see on television, every single ad that we get handed anywhere on social media, on TV, print, the freeway when you're driving, all the billboards, everywhere we go, we are told to buy more. You could just go into Chipotle and want to get a burrito. And they're like, well, if you sign up for our burrito club, you get a free burrito every week after you buy 8 burritos. And you're like, well, shit, I could probably buy 8 burritos in a week. I'll get that. And then you start buying more because you want a free burrito when all you needed was the one burrito that one time. Right? There's nowhere you go to shop for something unless it is sincerely a small, locally owned, like family owned, teeny tiny business where they are not trying to get you to sign up for their list, to give some of your personal information over so that they can contact you relentlessly to do what? To buy more. Buy more. There is nowhere you go. Okay. Now we're having a huge problem with this. Now she touched on this a little bit with her comments that it's bad for the planet. Why is this bad for the planet? Okay. Let's take one retail outlet. Let's take Amazon. Now I'll raise my hand here. I buy stuff from Amazon all the time. What happens when you buy that thing from Amazon and you go to return it? What happens to those returns? Does anybody know? Do they recycle that back in to their inventory, and do they resell that at a discount because it's, open box kind of a thing? Right? And what happens when they just remove a product because it wasn't selling well? Where do you think that goes? Where do you think those products go? They go in the dirt. Amazon, and this was a gift to me, my little bingo troll. Hello, bingo. So let's say I had ordered this from Amazon and I was like, you know what? I was really hoping that bingo was going to have red hair and not blue hair. And I got the wrong one. So I go back and I click on my Amazon cart and I go to my orders and I say return. And they say, why do you want to return? I say, it's the wrong item. And they say, okay, here's your code. Go to your Whole Foods and bring this in. I don't even have to have the box. And I bring bingo in, right? And they scan my little code, and bingo goes like that into a box somewhere to go to a landfill. It literally just goes in a landfill, guys. It's not getting recycled. Bingo is not getting recycled, right? It's the same thing with our food. It's the same thing with everything that is for sale from anywhere. I worked at a grocery store here in Oregon for a little bit. I worked at a New Seasons market. Okay. New Seasons, when things are about to, when you have to rotate your inventory, okay, you have to FIFO it, first in, first out. If something's going to expire tomorrow, you have to take it off the shelf. You can't sell that anymore. Right. So at night, when I was closing the whole deli down, I would go through all of, the quick pick stuff, the sandwiches, all that stuff, and pick out all the things that were going to expire tomorrow. And then the difference between New Seasons and other grocery stores that have to do the same thing nightly, okay, is we would put all that stuff first in the back room for all the employees to take home for free. You could take home as much as you wanted. You did not have to check out. You didn't have to pay nothing for that. Okay. So I used to bring home all kinds of good stuff for my wife and kids. We'd get cookies, like all kinds of stuff. And then when the staff is done picking through it, they donate the rest to our local shelter here. Right. They donate it to a local shelter because that food is still edible. It's not disgust. It's not bad. Right. Most grocery stores, if you go behind the grocery store, have locked, like padlocked bins that they throw away, and I do mean literal tons of weight of food every day. And they don't allow people to dumpster dive to get that food that's perfectly good to eat. Okay. And some companies go as far as like, Bed Bath & Beyond, right? They go as far as dumping their soaps out into the dumpster so that homeless people can't pick up a shampoo that they had to throw away and wash themselves with it. God forbid someone get clean with a Bed Bath & Beyond product. Okay. And places like Shein, okay, and Temu, and what's that other place? Zara, right? These fast fashion places, and even like H&M, Old Navy. Okay, they're like Shein is producing over 1 million new pieces, new garments, completely individual new garments every year for people to buy. And they mass produce each one of those millions. And what happens to the stuff that doesn't get sold? It gets bundled up and sent to Ghana. And then they can't even, guys, they don't have enough people to wear all these clothes. And then what happens to all those extra clothes that people don't decide to use and wear? They end up in the ocean. There is a beach in Ghana that is just filled with clothes. Just clothes, shoes, all that shit that is just writhing around. There is from Costa Rica in space, from space, you can see the pile of clothes that have just been dumped there from space. Okay. But every year, what do? Oh, I got to get that new thing. I got to go buy those new stuff. My kids need this new blah, blah, blah. There's very few things, right, that we actually need that you have to replace all the time. Okay. For example, shoes. Okay. I'm a shoeaholic. I get tons of shoes. I have trauma around my feet. That's a whole other story for another time. But like, shoes are very important to me. Comfort on my feet is very important to me, especially if I'm walking or I want to look good, right? Now, I have a few pairs of shoes that I bought a few years ago that are a bit dressier that I save for when I'm going out. And these shoes are like 4 years old now, 5 years old. Okay. And I still have them. They're in great shape. They're still work. They're fine. But there's very few shoes that you can buy now. They're going to last you 5 years. That doesn't exist anymore unless you're buying like a Birkenstock or you go to very fancy, shoe store and buy like, an all leather, shoe that you could get resold if the sole wore out. There's still cobblers out there, guys, that are resoling shoes and are in the trade of, custom making shoes and stuff. But by and large, we buy the fast, shoe. Nike, Adidas, Puma, On, New Balance, all of the shoe companies are pumping out new styles every month. When I was a kid, if you wanted that one pair of Nikes and it sold out, it was gone. They were not, that was it. You had to wait. Or maybe they might bring it back. When they said out of stock, that was it. When you went to Foot Locker and you couldn't get that one basketball shoe, you just had to choose from the other things they had because they weren't getting that again, right? And so we have been trained for the past 30 plus years slowly on throwing things away, right? Now, if you're my age, if you're a Gen Xer, right? I'm 48. We all had that grandparent that had the same closet full of clothes since they came home from World War II. And getting them to buy like a new shirt was like, forget about it. They didn't need no new shirts. They had, look at this closet. It's full. Right? So you have to think about just not just the amount we're consuming, which is already too much, right? We are all already, if we all went to our closets right now, okay? If you're lucky enough to have a house and a closet, if you went to your closet in your dresser right now, I bet everybody watching this could throw away, at least 5 things to donate them, get rid of them, but just be like, I haven't even worn this in a year. I bet we could all find at least 5 things in our closet that we have not worn in at least a year. And that's ridiculous because you have that thing that you haven't worn for a year, but you'll be like, ooh, I need a new shirt because I'm going somewhere. I have a thing coming up, right? We don't shop in our own closets, right? We don't look at the things that we all have already and shop in our own home. We all have so much stuff, right? But we keep being told that we need more We should have more, and we really want you to buy more. Okay. And there is a psychology behind that, right? There's a great new documentary out on Netflix right now. I'm going to see if I can play the trailer for you. I really hope I can. Okay. Let's watch this trailer.
Buying new stuff feels great, right? The problem is that every year we're consuming more, producing more, and there's a flip side to that that no one wants you to see.
This is an amazing documentary, guys. I've already watched it once. I plan on watching this with my children because it's that important.
I was president of the Adidas brand.
I started at Apple.
I worked at Amazon for 15 years. It's a highly refined science to get you to buy stuff.
Yeah, this is psychology, guys. This is mind control, manipulation, okay, to get us to think about this and not our freedoms going away, because we can still buy Amazon online. Everything's not that bad.
They know you. Like, we know you.
We were constantly developing new ways to get you to buy. Influencing your behavior in subtle ways that you'd never even realize. And every trick in the book is being used to hide what's really going on.
See, and that's the nefarious part. It's not just the psychology of getting us to consume. It's also the psychology of getting all of us to not ask the important questions.
Look at this bag.
They're doing what marketers always do, which is showing you the shiny little thing over here.
By Gucci.
Because they don't want you to look at what they're doing over here.
No, nobody wants you to look over there to see what's happening.
This is what they do with unwanted merchandise.
Amazon was dumping into landfills toys.
The voices of "we're going to protect the business" win out over the little voice in your head saying, should we really be doing this?
These things are hazardous waste. We're drinking them, breathing them, and they're poison.
It just becomes this cycle of pain that may be providing you and your family with a lovely lifestyle. But you have to still reconcile that with things that are important to you as a human being.
Everybody wants to believe that the company that they're working for is not evil.
We can decide that this is not the way that we want to live and move it in a different direction.
Every industry needs to stop putting it on the consumer. Stop making it our responsibility. It's yours.
Life is about experiences and the people that we're with, and the stuff that we have supports it, but it's not the end. Whoever dies with the most stuff does not win.
Okay, that's the name of the movie on Netflix. Buy now, The Shopping Conspiracy. I encourage all of you guys to watch that. Take it in. This is an extremely, extremely important film. I really hope that more people watch it and understand it and really start realizing what we are doing to ourselves psychologically, but also more importantly, honestly, for the longevity of everyone, what we are doing to the planet with this over-consumerism. Because we don't have another, and last time I checked, there is no other planet for us to go to. Right? We don't, I mean, maybe that's why Elon wants to occupy Mars. Like, he's going there. I'm not going there. I don't have any way to get there. I'm not super rich. Right? So I encourage everybody to watch that and to understand this and really think and be mindful about Christmas, about Hanukkah, about Kwanzaa, about all these gift-giving days that are coming up, right? This is the time of the year that we gather with family, that we show each other that we love each other, right? And we do that a lot with things, right? We do it with things. We give each other these things that are made by other humans. And the shinier and the better brand that thing is, then that shows the degree with which you love someone. And this is horrific that this is what our society has boiled down to. And it's not just here in America, but it's mainly here in America. right? And our consumerism, our American portions have spread to the rest of the world, right? Like there is a saying, like if you eat at a restaurant here in America, any restaurant, pick any restaurant, the portion sizes of what you're going to get, food, is enormous. Enormous. If you go to other countries, the serving that you get is like a quarter of what you get here. And I'm not even talking about like Claim Jumper. Claim Jumper takes the American portion size and just supersizes that, right? But you go to any restaurant, it is an enormous amount of food that you are consuming in one go compared to anywhere. Okay. So these are things that we can hopefully work on with our kids, that we can hopefully start incrementally changing the focus from the things to the experiences and the getting to do stuff together, right? Like as an example, we all spend way too much money at Christmas, let's be honest, or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you're celebrating, but we spend way too much money. We go over budget, we're maxing our credit cards, and we're working and paying off that debt the rest of the year. And we do the same thing again, over and over and over, every year, because that's what we do, right? We love our kids. We want them to have a good Christmas and all this other bullshit, okay? So what if instead of giving them like 20 presents under the tree that they're going to tear into and use for, 15, 20 minutes, maybe a couple days, and then they're going to forget about, right? Why not spend that money on something that, would change, blow their mind, give them an experience, take them somewhere that they've never been so they can experience art or beauty somewhere they've never been. Like I know a lot of people that have never been to the ocean. Go to the ocean. Go put your feet in the ocean and listen to it in real life and experience that, right? Go to that place that you've been wanting to go so far, go to that one play that is finally coming to your town, right? Because you can't make it to Broadway, but here it is, right? Go see it. Go see Wicked. Go see Hamilton. Go see, a concert. Go see Taylor Swift or Pink or somebody that you love, right? That's just like, these are the little things that we could do to still give something, or make something. My wife is an excellent crocheter. I cannot crochet, but she can. She crochets all the time. I cannot do that. And she makes beautiful things for people. I'm a baker. So if I'm giving you a gift, it's probably going to be brownies or cheesecake. Those are my two specialities. But like that, that kind of thing are the things that we have to work on, and try and find eco-friendly solutions. Like, for example, I still buy Nikes. However, the Nikes that I buy for exercise and stuff, and I usually buy like 3 pairs at once because I buy them when they're on sale, when they're like $39 a pair, but they are in their eco line, right? So they are using, I believe it's up to like 75% now, and hopefully they'll one day get to 100%, recycled materials in the manufacture of those shoes, right? So it's little things like that that you can do to improve your life, right? And yes, I have a sale going on my store right now, ohnomerica.com, 15% off. There's a Black Friday sale. Of course there is. But you guys are under, you're under no obligation to buy that stuff, but I would love if you did, but you don't have to. Okay. Let's get to your guys' comments and questions here. Steffi says, I'm getting bombarded with emails. $2 off a dog leash, Black Friday. Come on, folks. In Canada, we have a postal strike now. So ain't nobody getting cards. Oh no, Canada. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, people want a living wage, man. People want a living wage. Kelly says, hi, Nora, mods in chat. Please post link for the treadmill from Jen exercise video a few minutes ago. Thanks. Yeah, it's in the chat, Kelly. It's in the chat. Speaking of America, Edmonton just launched a Krispy Kreme. Oh, yeah. It's just super sweet. If you like glazed raised donuts, if that's your gym jam, go for it. They have a good texture. It's just a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar. Got a Faucet says Black Friday is pretty much Black November in the UK. Yeah, here too. The last couple of years, it seems to have overtaken the Boxing Day sales. That's crazy. That's wild. I can't handle shopping today. We'll do it online. I feel you. I'm not going anywhere near those stores. I've never been able to handle the pushing and shoving on Black Friday. No, I would. No, my PTSD doesn't jive with that. Sometimes the stores jack up the prices so you think you're getting a great deal. Yeah. Walmart is famous for doing that. Shopped once with my dad on Black Friday back in the day at Best Buy when our dryer unalived itself. Never again, if I can help it. It took 3 hours in a line to get into the store. Yeah. You're lucky it only took 3, to be honest. When I was able to work, I worked at US Cellular in customer service on the phone. Crazy. No one was allowed to take off unless you were in the hospital. Yeah. I worked at T-Mobile, same. Black Friday, at least at T-Mobile, they would give us like an incentive to work on Black Friday. If you had it off, if you had like requested it off, they'd give you like what they called a spiff. And so they would sometimes pay you like $50 an hour to work on Black Friday or like Apple launch day and things like that to come in like, 4 a.m. to start taking those orders and stuff. Yeah, insanity. Diary of a Ditch Witch says, Black Friday was a term I never heard in Ireland until about 10 years ago. Don't even know what the point of it is meant to be. Seems Ireland just decided fetch wasn't going to happen. Well, yeah, everybody wants to get in on it because, again, this is American overconsumption bleeding out and infecting the whole world like herpes. Okay? Even your beautiful country is now affected, right? American consumerism and capitalism is gross, guys. It's ruining the planet. It's ruining our lives. It's ruining everything. Unchecked capitalism is the reason for all of this shit. 100 million%. It's the reason for all of the ills of the world right now. I stand by that statement. I can tell you live outside the U.S., Gunna Fawcett, from your comment, even if you hadn't already told us. Yes, those are great ways to be sustainable. Like, try to do that, guys. We all have to do a little bit. And the Adidas guy does make a good point that, this is the guilt trip that we get from the retailers. Like, oh, you guys should save your stuff longer and you should blah, 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 blah. Like, no, it's your fucking fault too. It's mostly your fault for making all this shit. Stop making so much shit. Just stop it. So many people were scammed on Temu. Cheap, made in China goods, poor quality, no people customer service on my local news station here in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, Temu is bad news bears. Lorelei says, there are so many things we can do which builds good for us and good for the planet. Choices and reap renewable lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Oh, now what? Says, clothes used to last long enough that you could donate them. Yeah, if you wanted something different. New clothes today go to the rag bag in short time. Correct. My kids are totally into thrift shopping right now. Lorelei, this seems to be a trend among the kids. They go to Goodwill. They go to all these. They love thrifting. There's lots of cute thrift stores here in the Portland metro area. The kids love it. It's surprising going thrifting how many items still have original tags. Yeah. People got it as a gift or they bought it. It was the wrong size. Like, I bought a shirt for my wife months ago at Old Navy. And I brought it home to her and she was like, oh, I don't really like it. I was like, oh, I'll bring it back. Which, of course, I didn't do. And then I tried to bring it back when I had to go because, like, I bought a sweater and they still had the censor tag on it. So I had to bring that back in to get the tag taken off. And I brought the shirt back and tried to, return it. And they said, oh, it's too long. You can't return it now. I said, can I get a store credit? They're like, no, we don't do that anymore. So I'm just stuck with this shirt. Hopefully one of my kids will use it and wear it. You're crocheting right now. Good job, Lorelai. Well, good for you. That's a beautiful, beautiful skill. Because I go up and down in weight, I have like 4 sizes and they all go in space. I hear you on that. I have my smaller size jeans, which I'm hanging on to because I'm going to lose the weight. My kids know the routine, what they're giving me before I get something for them, mostly clothes. Yep. Humans don't deserve another planet, Cher. We're destroying this one. Yeah, I feel you on that, but you know, I still want people to survive. We just need to get our shit together. We need to get our poop in a group, right? Yeah. This is true, Lorelai. This is a good thing. Not buying the small water bottles or cans to use glass containers and make your own bubbly water. I don't make my own bubbly water. I do love that yuzu, but I do recycle the cans religiously. That's one thing that I think actually does get recycled. I don't think those go to a landfill. I'm going to cross my fingers it doesn't. But I do recycle those cans. I hate Christmas because it's a stolen pagan holiday. They stole Yule winter solstice in order to try and force the conversion on pagans. Our holidays were never meant to be about presents or Jesus. No, I know that. Everywhere Christians conquered, they stole another piece of that culture's stuff so that they could fold it in, just like David folding in the cheese, into Christianity, right? Christianity, Easter. Easter's a great example of that. Easter is the celebration of rebirth, right? That's another stolen holiday. You know, they just were like, yeah, that's when Jesus got out of the cave. Remember, you remember, right? That's not... kind of no. You know, I mean, the birth of Jesus, very controversial topic. You know, Mary somehow was just pregnant for, 3 months and then she had a baby on the 25th that was full grown. I mean, it was an immaculate conception, so anything's possible. But yeah, they sold the winter solstice. That also, when they went into Germany, what's now Germany, and all those people were worshiping oak trees, and they would burn one, right, as an example during the winter solstice as a sacrifice to their god, and also to like say, please bring the sun back because it was so fucking dark during the winter times. They didn't want to die. That's why we have lights on Christmas trees, guys. Did you know that? It's from the burning of the sacred oak. And they were like, well, just kidding. We're not going to burn a whole tree. That's just wasteful. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to ignore those oak trees. Like, you could just leave them. Okay. But the new tree is a pine tree. We like that one much better. It's way more portable. And then we're just going to put candles on the tree. It's fun. And it's like you're burning it, but it just doesn't burn. Okay. Fun. Yeah. Same thing. Same. Yeah. Amazon makes me work all holidays and I'm sick of shipping out Trump crap. Wow, Stacey. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's no days off for Amazon workers, guys. That doesn't exist. In Mexico, they call it El Buen Fin. Oh, I like that. The beautiful end. And it's a couple of weeks before Black Friday to incentivize people to consume in Mexico and don't go and spend in the U.S. Good job. Yeah. Celestial Commodore says, I bought my son some shoes, but bought them too small. I didn't end up exchanging them, so now I'll donate to my kids' school for kids that forget their gym shoes. There you go. That's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, kids do be forgetting those shoes, man. Tell you that. They forget everything. Why can't I spell question today? Good grief. Kelly, with the only question here, what's a good microphone, phone, or harness, or tripod? I might start posting videos on my channel to protest Scientology. Okay, so if you're just starting out, okay, the best thing to do is use your phone. I have a clip-on microphone that I got from Hollyland. I'll post that here. It is they are the best wireless mic company, in my opinion. It is plug and play for any type of phone, whether you have an Android or an iPhone. It is very simple to use. The sound quality is bar none. It doesn't cost $10 million. You can buy yourself, the $11 tripod on Amazon. You do not have to have anything fancy. I would recommend, though, if you're going to use just your phone, make sure you have either something on the phone like this that is like, this is called Snap, right? It's magnetic. Okay, you can use it as a stand. You can you put your fingers in here, and then you can position the phone any way you want. It's also kind of like a fun fidget spinner if you just want to spin your phone around also. But it holds everywhere. And this is also a magnet, so you can stick this on things that are metal. This is the one I recommend just because it is a little bit more. It's like $30 for that. It will work on Android phones too, not just the iPhone. They have like, accoutrement to make sure it sticks and all that kind of stuff. It is MagSafe. So if you use wireless charging to charge your phone, it will still work with that. It's amazing. So that's really the only things I would recommend getting would be to start out just the wireless mic and also a power pack because you're going to run out of juice if you're out there for a while because having an external microphone plugged in sucks the battery out of your phone very quickly. So I would get those things. Let me pull up. I'll just show you my favorite ones here really quick. No, that's not the one I want. I have so many different Chromes, guys. It's kind of a lot. So let me go here. I'll go to the Amazons and I will show you. So the first one, oops. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, let me find the one that I have so I can show you guys. Here we go. So this is the one, I actually have 2 of these and I carry them in my bag because sometimes if I'm protesting with a lot of people, other people need charge. And I love this power pack. It comes already with a USB-C, but it has another slot right here where you can plug in if you need any other type. You just get a USB-C to whatever other type of plug you need. And you can go and you charge it this way by that USB-C. But this thing lasts like forever. It's a 20,000 milliamp power bank. I'll give you guys a link for that. Yes, if you guys click this, I get like 10 cents if you're interested in this power bank. And then I'll show you the Hollyland stuff as well. Hollyland is the brand that I use. I love it. It's cheaper and better quality. This is the one that I have, which is on super sale right now for $97. These are little magnetic discs. If you're worried about that staying on you, the other one that they have, this one's okay. The Lark M1 is good, which is also on super sale right now. If you're going super pro, then you would get the pro one, yeah. But this one, the Lark M1 or the M2, which is what I have, I would highly, highly recommend. And let me get you guys the link for this because this is on super sale right now. This is what I use when I'm doing a vertical stream. And you guys can hear the quality of that. It has noise canceling. It's really, really good. And you can go 1,000 feet from your camera if you set up a tripod and still have good sound. 30 hours of battery life during that recording. It's really, really fantastic. So let me get you guys the link for that as well. And I don't think that Snap sells on Amazon, but let me look just to see. I've never bought them from Amazon. I always go to their store. Oh, no, this is a similar one though. This is one with like a ring. This is pop sockets. And the reason why I like the Snap, you see how thin that is, guys? Let me move my finger. You see how thin that is as opposed to like a pop socket? It's literally thinner than a nickel, the whole thing. So it is, yeah, Anchor is my Jim Jam. I have their over the ear headphones, which I love. Also have great sound quality if you're doing calls, but when I fly, I put those babies on. I cannot hear any engine noise. I cannot hear the people around me. I just hear my music or my movie, whatever I'm watching. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let me go to Snap here, but let me I'll pull up those ones here. Soundcore is Anchor's, speaker brand. And I swear by their stuff. It is amazing to me. The ones I have several of their headphones, but the ones I have, where are you? Not the Q45s, these ones right here. I actually have the blue ones, but you can get them. They're in several colors, this gold or black, right? These are the best noise canceling headphones and so soft. This whole band right here, guys, is unbelievably soft on your head, and the ears are like cush, like it's not hurting at all. And I wear glasses, and it doesn't hurt to have my glasses on with them. I'll put that in there for you guys too. I love those. And the other ones that I got that I ended up giving to my youngest son because he doesn't like to put things in his ears. And I got them and I was like, I love these, but he really wanted them. So I gave them to him. Let me pull those up. They're not in the order that these ones right here. These are ones that wrap around your ear, and this part, I'm pointing like you guys can see, this part right here goes just sitting in your ear. So the rest is open air, but it is wonderful sound. It is wonderful sound. So if you're going walking and you like to be able to like hear the environment around you more than like super noise canceling, highly recommend these. And they're very lightweight. You don't get like sweaty. Sometimes I get sweaty with some headphones. They make me feel like these ones that are like in my ear, but I need that so I can hear myself well. Yeah. That's just helpful if you need that. But let me go now that I've given you guys all my favorite products there. And I have my Beats that have the wings, and Anchor Soundcore has come out with one that is identical to the Beats headphones. Where are, not those ones. Do they have them here? Or I have to go to page 2. I have to go to page 2. Because they don't have them right here. Let's go to page 2. Not those ones. They have it all like mixed in here. They have their speakers. They have all the things together. Is that a new one? Yeah, looks like it. Oh yeah, this is the C30. And then this is the new one, the C41. So yeah, the C40i. This is also like has more controls and stuff. But $49, guys. I'm telling you, it's amazing. These ones right here. So the Beats that I have the little wings that stick in your ears. So if you are going to do like hardcore exercise, guys, $32. This has wireless charging, okay? 40 hours of playtime on this thing. Look at that. It's got the little wingy dingies. The sound on these things is incredible, okay? And if you never heard of Anchor, it's waterproof. That means you can sweat all over it. It's not going to get messed up. For $32, instead of buying those Beats, okay, that are like $100, $200, you will not find a better headphone than that one. If you're like seriously into exercise and you like things that stick in your ears, I'm trying to give you guys all something. You got the over the ear, on the ear, and in the ear, okay? This is the best recommendations that, I mean, we just talked about don't buy too much stuff, and now I'm just telling you all these things to buy. Let me go to OhSnap here. Okay, so here we go. This is OhSnap. This is their website. I just clicked on their ad, of course. Okay. This is the one I have. Okay. I have this one, the Snap Grip Luxe. Okay. It's on sale right now for $31.99. It comes in all these different colors. Like the inside part's always going to be black, but the outside ring can be any one of these colors that you want. Okay. I have on mine, I have the dark, that blue one right there that you're seeing on the screen. That's the one I have on my phone. They're amazing. They're totally amazing. Definitely go to their website. Check out OhSnap. I'll put the website in here so you guys can go and get all those deals. Okay. But your basic setup, you're just going to want a microphone and something to hold it. If you do get a gimbal, the only one that I recommend gimbal wise, like if you want the one that you hold in your hand, is going to be, give me a second, is the GoPro, not GoPro. I take that back. Let's see here. Go 360. Insta. It's the Insta one. Okay, Insta gimbal. Okay, this not the DJI. Don't get the DJI. That's awful. I got that one, and I'm, you know, I'll do a prize giveaway or something. I don't know. Where's the Insta one? Okay, here we go. No, why don't they have it? Let me just go to the Insta360 store, because then they'll have it there. I don't know. I'm saying it wrong. I'm putting in the wrong thing. I have this, guys. You can't go live with this camera, but that's what I filmed some of my walks with for Gen Exercise. Fabulous, amazing sound. I didn't even use an external mic. I only used the mic that's on there. That's amazing, amazing. This thing is also awesome. If I didn't already have my MX camera, I would buy this instantaneously. This is one of the best, most amazing, if you need a camera for your display, that I've ever seen. Where are you? Here we go. This is the thing I'm talking about. What do they call it? The Insta360 Flow. Like, come on, Amazon. You knew what I was looking for. Give me a break. Okay, so this is the gimbal that I would recommend if you're going to buy a gimbal. This does everything out of the box. It's going to be your best friend, especially if you have an iPhone. It totally works in with iOS. It comes with everything that you could possibly need, and I'll get you guys the link for that also. Okay, so if you're starting out and you want to do something and you want to, you know, do something fun, get yourself, you know, a few things. Mostly you just need your camera and a good microphone and a light, y'all. And you too can be here on the YouTubes just like me. All right, guys, thank you so much. The pug, Vito the pug won the dog show. I love it. Thank you, Lupita. I'll have to tune into that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. All right, and I'll see you guys all in a couple hours here over on my other channel, Raised in Scientology. We're going to be talking about some shenanigans. I hope to see you there. Please hit that like button if you're on the replay crew. Thank you so much for tuning into this. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We're up to 1,000 watch hours here on ohnomerica. We've got a couple thousand more to go before we can hit that monetization button and reap all those sweet Google and YouTube ad rewards. But don't forget also about the sale going on. I'll see you guys over on Raised in Scientology.
There's an elephant and donkey both on shaky ground, but we got the truth and we gonna shout it loud. From the healthcare to taxes, they can't hide from us. With a wink and a nod, we expose all the fuss. Educating the masses with a smirk on our face, bringing clarity to the headlines in this crazy race. From the White House to your house, we cover it all, putting humor in the facts. We're having a ball. Oh no, America, let's get real and laugh. Teaching you the politics with a little bit of sass. Current events and headlines that blow your mind. Only on Oh No America you'll find.